Hello everyone. I know I've done a few makeup routines in my get ready with me videos, but I thought it would be kind of good to have something that was specifically just makeup, and in the other videos I feel like they're a little more dressy or a little more specific to a certain look. So let's get started. I'll be putting my hair back just with a soft scrunchie. I love scrunchies. And I've already done my skincare routine, so we're gonna jump right into makeup. But I am gonna tell you guys about my absolute favorite sunscreen. So when it comes to sunscreen, I think it's really important to have something that doesn't have that white film residue on your face, because it just doesn't look good. So I found this one by Supergoop. I'm sure you've heard about it. It's an amazing sunscreen. It's 40 SPF and it's called the Unseen. You really can't see this. It's like a clear gel, and I think it's important to always have sunscreen on, especially if you're gonna be outside. And I just put it in kind of my T-zone area mostly. I don't get too close to my eyes because getting sunscreen in your eyes is not fun. So I really put it in this area mainly and above my top lip, because I feel like sunspots always show in this area for me. Okay, so moving on, I'm doing a really light coverage foundation because during the day I don't want it to look too cakey. I want it to look kind of simple and pretty but still even. And I love this Givenchy one. This one is super lightweight and the consistency is gorgeous. It's shiny, it's dewy, and I just love it. So I'm actually going to be applying it with my hands because I think feels good to do things with your hands. You feel like you know exactly what you're doing and you can feel everything. Then, especially nowadays with masks, you don't want to have a lot of product on to be sweating and clogging your pores. So this one is really lightweight, and I feel like it gives me a really nice coverage. Everything kind of evens out. And then actually, before I move on, I'm going to put some of this Lana Lips. This is an ointment, Rose Gold 101 ointment, and I love this product. I've used it in some of my other videos. I love the color of it, and it makes my lips so soft, and I'll sometimes even put it on my cheeks because it's so rosy. Okay, so after I'm going to do blush, and this is the Glossier Cloud Paint blush. This is a cream blush, which I love cream blushes because they just are so much thinner and they come off way more natural in my opinion. And I actually put a lot on and I bring it up here because I think it looks way more youthful to have a lot of blush on. Okay. And then I am going to do a little bit of bronzer. I can't live without bronzer, but just a tiny bit. And I'm using, again, my favorite Chanel Soleil Tan. This is a cream bronzer. And I have this brush from Hourglass, and I've had this brush for years. I haven't been able to find another brush that can replace it. It's just so good. It's super dense. If you like using cream products, I highly suggest getting this one. I don't know what it's called, but this is what it looks like. I'm sure you can find it on their website. Directly onto the brush, and I lightly go into the corners of my forehead to kind of contour and add some shading here. And I'm going to put a little here. When I do bronzer, I always get this area that's kind of in between my cheek and my forehead. I think that if you connect it, it always makes it look way more natural and adds a really pretty contouring to your face. So I'm going to go lightly with the bronzer because I don't want to be too overdone, and I don't, again, want to have a lot of product on my face, especially if it's hot outside. So I'm going to take this actually and put it on my eyelid as well because I love the color. I think when you're doing a natural look, a bronze color is always the go-to for the eyes. And that's all I'm going to do for bronzer. I'm going to be adding a little bit of glow. I think it's important to have a tiny bit. But to be honest, I didn't use to like highlighter because I thought it was shiny. And I don't like the shimmery, glittery kind, but I found this one from Dior that I've talked about many times. And it's amazing because it doesn't look glittery or shiny at all. It honestly just gives your skin a look as if it's just really healthy and you're hydrated, which you should be. Take a beauty blender and just put it in. And then just kind of go around and make sure everything is nice and seamless. So this is a by Terry. This is the Hyaluronic Hydra Powder. I'm not sure if you've heard of it, but it is amazing. It's a pressed powder and it has hyaluronic acid in it. So if you don't know what hyaluronic acid is, what contains the moisture in your skin. So this isn't going to dry you out, and I use a really small brush and I just go in this area here to kind of set and make sure it's not moving around throughout the day. And then I'm going to put a tiny bit of concealer on top of it. So this is a little trick that I have that I just do because I think it locks in the concealer really nicely and it stays put all day long. Okay, moving on to eyes. So for a very natural makeup day, I like to use a bronzy color. So I usually just use a bronzer. I do have a palette that I love. It's from Dior and it's a Backstage palette, 003 Amber Neutrals. And there's this sort of bronzy color called Sculpting Powder. Shocker, it's a bronzer color. And I take a really fluffy brush and I put a tiny bit of the product on. I don't use a lot. And I kind of go all over. And I get into the crease and I bring it in here. This little trick of going underneath really opens up your eyes and can give them an appearance that they're bigger, and I just love that. Focusing on the corners to kind of bring everything up and back, and that's it. So I'm going to do a little bit of brows. I'm just going to be using a brow gel to kind of hold them into place. I don't like to have a lot of product on my brows. I like them more natural. So I feel like my brows are already kind of tinted as they are. And I put this throughout. And just a little bit because I really don't want to have a really thick, dark brow. It does not suit me. I've tried it and it just doesn't look good. Okay, so back to the eyeshadow. I'm going to do a powder liner. And I'm taking it along the outside corner. And I'm using the same Dior palette, just the darker color in the corner. That this gives a little bit of drama, but at the same time, it doesn't look like you have a lot of makeup on. It's really subtle drama that I love. Okay guys, so we're getting close to the finish. Bringing it back to the classics. This is a long time loved mascara for me. L'Oreal Voluminous Carbon Black. I think my makeup artist used this on me recently and I was like, I can't believe I forgot about this. I used to use this in middle school and high school. And I just put the mascara on the edges of my lashes. And I like to blink into the wand. Okay guys, so last step is lips, and this is a Dior lip liner. I really love these Dior lip liners because they're a creamier consistency. They don't dry out, which I find that happens with a lot of lip liners. So I really suggest going out and trying some of these Dior lip liners. This is Brown Fig 593. Just kind of following the outside line. And I still have on that Lana Lips product from earlier. So I think they pair really nicely together. And I'm literally just doing the corners on the bottom. Okay, so I lied. This is my last step. I find that when you do your makeup, it's totally fine to add on at the end. You're not always going to get it right as you go on, so don't make it hard on yourself. But I am going to add a little bit more blush because I want to bring a lot of life to my face. And I love this one. This is a By Terry blush, Rouge Expert Quick Stick, and this color is called Flush, Rosy Flush. I'm gonna put it right here on the apples of my cheeks. And you'll see once I blend it in that adding more blush was the right move. Alright, well that is it. That is my simple everyday makeup. As you can see, it's a little more natural than some of my other videos, and it's mask friendly. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video as much as I enjoyed making it, and I hope to see you on my next video.